Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to the Let's Play series in the official PC Building Simulator channel, episode 3 now. We ended up in the last episode having a couple of teasers, 4 possible jobs for us, and new equations coming into play, 3D Mark now making an appearance, so that adds some complexity, and we also have a possibility of replacing a full-blown motherboard, which involves, well, mostly changing all of the other parts. So that's going to get into the weeds of the actual PC building. So let's go and start it off. Now we'll need our notes here. Put this on the left side. Can I just trash that? I think that's the old one. There we go. Perfect. Make a new note. Really like this Cloud Notes thing. Back when I first played, this wasn't a thing, so I had to keep things in Notepad outside of the game. Right, anyway, so apply thermal paste, run 3D Mark. So not really any other extra stuff that we need to buy. No labor, no budget, because it's actually a mess up from the previous owner, our Uncle Tim, I think. Yikes. So we have to fix his mistakes. That's how it is. Welcome to real life. As much a simulator as possible, huh? Okay, anyway, so recently upgraded my PC. Now it's not working properly. Okay, it boots, but when benchmark, the computer crashes. Haven't replaced my PSU. Could my new parts be drawing too much power? Ah, interesting. So if you look at his stats, the PSU that he has is only a 250, but he has 250 watts. But he has an i7-6700 cryo-rig cooler and the Radeon R9. Okay, it's good that they actually provided us something here, so we can easily say Sheen Power King 600. Yeah, looks good. Labor is 280, budget is 80. Let's say $80. This is probably not the most optimized way of doing this, but it's okay. Let's just enjoy ourselves, right? After all, this sim is exactly for that purpose, for chilling and enjoying and scratching that PC building itch while real parts are not yet available in the market while we're waiting in line. Okay, anyway, so new motherboard. It needs a new one. I know it needs to be a Skylake socket. Okay. Can we just replace it with an existing, the same part, a same motherboard? This one, Mortoni H170 MTech. Mortoni H170 MTech. And he has a budget of 100. Okay. And I think that's all. Let me just pause for a second here. Appreciate the beautiful soundtrack in this game. That just adds so much to the vibes. Beautiful. Okay, in transit, all 3. And this one, put in 16 gigs. Okay. And then you also put some plastic white cables and the antivirus. And now we can see, this is actually the first time we've seen this. We have a requirement there of 1 star. We haven't really gotten to that point yet, but I think at some point here we'll have a rating. And that's when all these secret requirements will come up. But to be practicing this already, to have best practices in place when that does happen, I think we have to figure out and incorporate these hidden stats, hidden requirements at the same time. So let's see, he already has something in here. He has an 8 gig 2400 megahertz TFL motivator. I like this. TFL motivator with an 8. Can you not Alt tab? Oh, that would be nice if this window here could be like a separate window so you could type stuff while you're looking at the stats. 8 gig 2400. So we can just buy a new slot here, not have to replace his one. So we'll save a bit. He has a budget of 200 though, so we can actually buy a separate one if needed. But that's fine. So let's accept that. It also want plastic cables and antivirus. So we want plastic white cables. Okay. So we'll be buying that as well. Okay, accept. So all of these are in transit now. Now it's time to buy the parts from the shop. Okay, let's see. So let's go for the PSU. Power supply, Sheen Power King 600. That's the one, right? 80 bucks exactly, add to cart. And then the next one is the H170, which is a motherboard, I believe. Yes, H170 MTech has 100 bucks for the budget. That's this one, and he said Skylake, so that's exactly within our budget. So yeah, it's very important to note down the budget. Otherwise, you might say, oh, a plus is better, but then you blow over his budget, and I think you end up paying for that yourself. The customer will not be happy with that. So add that to cart. And we have the DFL motivator thingy. Oh my goodness, this cloud notes is super useful. DFL motivator, 8 gig, 2400, 70 bucks only. That's fine. So you can get one of those. Then we have cables here where we can get plastic white. We do have plastic white already. Did he mention any specific ones? Like, because there are apparently multiple types here. Plastic white cables. Okay, not really. So we don't really need to buy anything new, because I don't think that will go into his budget. If he can buy that, that would be great. If that deducts from his budget as well, and then we can use it for future projects. I'm not sure. So let's keep it safe and let's just not buy it. Okay, good. So we have 3 stuff that we need to buy. Next day delivery. That will be perfect. Buy now. Cha-ching. All right. That's good. Shut it down. Turn off the lights and catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a very, very busy but fun day. Let's do that. There we go. 3 deliveries of products and 4 PCs to fix. Sounds good to me. All right. Let's do this from right to left. Upgrade. Keep things simple. It would be great if we have 2 workbenches here, because that will come in handy later. But I'll explain that in a bit. Okay. Upgrade to 16 gigs. Is this the one with the hidden requirements? Let's see. So this is Jonathan, where are you? You are this guy. Yeah, we need the antivirus and the plastic white cables here as well. It does have plastic white cables already though, so is he just nitpicking this? Looks like it. So let's remove the cover here. Let's make sure that our cables are plastic white. Plastic plain, that's light gray, so plain white, yes. Plastic white, sleeved or loose. Let's go for the sleeved ones. Okay, so upgrade to 16 gigs. So what we just have to do. Oh, and I don't think I picked up the new products yet. Yeah, this one, unboxing. That'd be cool. Would be nice if they could eventually add the actual boxes, huh? So when you unbox, you really are unboxing it as well. A simulator as possible. Okay, we have a memory slot here. That's the one. Open that slot. Usually it's a 1 gap apart for that dual DIMM. How do you call it? Faster memory that way. Always follow your motherboard specifications. Now this one, yeah, that's all white already. I don't think we need to change anything here. Yeah, let's not bother. Let's keep it simple. We do need to do some kind of antivirus thing though, based on his hidden requirements. Okay, so let's plug this in. Oh, and I also have to look into this upgrade to automatically connect the cables. That will make it faster for us to fix stuff. You know what? Let's look at that now while this is booting up. Should be fairly quick. 1 second. So if you go for the shop, go for the tools and software. Auto connect tool. Yeah, that's the one. It's $1,000 though. Yeah, it's a bit expensive. Maybe next time. Yeah, we have to be very careful with the Fort Fight. That looks familiar. Nice touch. Okay, let's install the antivirus here. Can we look at that screenshot? Oh man. Nosing around. Where was it? Virus scanner. Isn't that what real computer technicians do? No surround personal files if they can. I think I mentioned this in the previous episode that I'm a bit paranoid about that. Having other people fix my PC means they would have access to my PC. Not that there's anything to hide. I'm clean as a whistle, but they really believe that. But yeah, still makes me paranoid. Okay, that's a simple thing. Let's go and start scanning. There you go. Clean the files. We are good to go. Shut it down. Carry it with us, and that's one job done, dealio. All right, this guy. Replace the motherboard. Do you want to go with that? The big stuff? Yeah, why not? Why not? All right. Remove the side panel. This is actually pretty similar to Mrs. Clumsy's casing for her PC. Yeah, the Cooler Master. I think it's the same one, just a different color. Okay, this one is going to be a bit of a hassle because this will change a lot of things. Let me remove that one as well so I can have more space to work with. We'll have to remove all the cables. I hope I don't miss any. We'll have to remove the graphics card as well. Remove the cable connecting to the casing. The hard drive SATA as well. Okay, that looks good. We'll have to remove the air cooler even. And even installed this memory wrong by the looks of it. Yeah, instead of one slot apart, which is the typical case. Okay, Celeron. So let's go and remove that. Remove his motherboard. We'll have to unscrew some of these things first though. Looking good. And in reality, if you're doing this, then it probably makes sense. Oh, you even have to remove these mounts. Cool. How detailed is that, huh? So cool. So in addition, in reality, if you're doing this, then probably you would have to remove this one as well. So you have enough space to move around and tinker with stuff. Yes, there we go. Perfect. So let's have a look. The motherboard is indeed broken, thankfully. We have an exact replica, the fixed version right here. So all we need to do is install that back. I don't think he had any hidden requirements, but we'll double check that later if I remember. No promises there. I've been known to have goldfish memory by my community members. We even have our own goldfish memory emote in Discord for it. So please don't hold me accountable there. All right. Let's install back the CPU. Woodward, there we go. Celeron, state-of-the-art CPU. No judgments here. All right, there you go. Can we zoom in? I think it's good enough. All right. Now, don't forget thermal paste, please. There we go. Just a smidge would be good. And put in the Cryorig M9i. Probably it would have been better if I install first the RAM slots because that would give me more space. So let's install that back here. And you as well. Perfect. Okay, good. Let's also connect the cable of the CPU cooler to the motherboard, right? So get that out of the way. And then we have the graphics card going back. Perfect. Doesn't require any extra slot to the PSU. That's okay. All right. So now we can start connecting things, I think. Did I forget anything else? No, I think we're good there. All right. So let's connect the cables. Motherboard to the PSU. That's the CPU, I think. And that one is the actual motherboard thing. Oh, I'm not sure if he wanted the white cables, but I don't think he'll mind because it does fit very well with his with casing. Maybe he'll like that as an extra bonus. Let's see if he's happy with that. I think also in terms of the SATA connections, in reality, some motherboards have preferred SATA slots. So if you're doing this in real life, make sure to read the manual, right? RTFM. I think that's the acronym that they use. Okay, looks good. Did we forget anything? Not sure, but we can boot it up and see if I missed. Oh, yes, there you go. That's the one. Casing connection so that the powers, the buttons, the lights work on the case. And of course, I need that upgrade. We need to connect the USB ones. Looking good there. All right. Perfect. Okay, put it up. Okay. Oh, looking good. Oh, it's green. We are good to go. Now we don't need to run any 3D Mark or anything whatsoever. But yes, it's good that we at least remembered to have the thermal paste in there, because later on, once we start getting reviews from the customers, and if you forget the thermal paste, oh, we would really hear it from them. You can imagine the rage there. I myself will rage if I was the customer. Good. Now, I'm not sure if we'll have enough time for all these 4, but we'll do our best, okay? Run 3D Mark. Well, we've done the thermal paste already, so I think let's prioritize this one in case we don't have enough time for everything. So we'll be installing a new PSU. In the previous one, we installed the motherboard, but we didn't touch the PSU. This time, we're touching the PSU, but we'll mostly ignore the motherboard. So let's remove the case here. All these screws. That looks good. And this time we have that added mix of 3D Mark requirement. Okay, now I want to remove the shroud. Is it not possible? Well, let's remove this side panel first. Oh my goodness, side panel brings back some memories. That's more of an internal joke in the community. Never mind me. Okay, unplug everything from the PSU. Zoom in a bit here, get a better view. The motherboard, looking good. All right, there we go. Now the PSU should be free. Push that out. Thank you. All right, let's have a look. So the PSU is that one. We can actually sell it for $7. Or reuse it later on, but with 250 watts, I don't think I'll have a use for it. Yes. I might regret that later. That might have been a bad move, but well, we'll see. All right, let's install the thing. How do you screw that in? One second. Install. Oh, the shroud, because I don't have the shroud in. Yes. So when I did this, when I installed my new PSU, when I upgraded my graphics card, I had to also upgrade my PSU. And it was my first time doing it myself. I learned that before you even install this PSU, you had to do some kind of like check before you even install it here. Like connecting this to the power cable, and then they have a separate like socket where you just test if the power supply is working at all. Quick test even before you connect it to the entire rig, because as they say, right, this is the PSU is the heart of your PC, and you don't want any funny business there. You don't want to risk it. So there's a preliminary test even before you connect your PSU to the rest of your motherboard and all the other accessories. It's a nice practice to have. There you go. That looks good. You know what? Because I'm a good guy, I will also reseat your RAM so you would get a performance boost. Not sure if that's implemented here, but you can always role play. There you go. And then put in the cables here so we can start up the PC, because there's a lot of other things that will be happening in the background. I will show you in a bit. We'll need to install the USB drive here. And let's go and power it up. 1 second. There you go. Install back the side panel. Okay, there it is. Oh, he has 3D Mark already. Okay. That's good. We don't need to install it for him. Advanced edition. Fancy. Yeah, this is cool. So they have an actual cooperation with 3D Mark. So this is the real thing you do in real life. Real software. You run that so that you can see the benchmark. So you can see the frame rate in here. Yeah. FPS 16, not the best performance, but it works so far. So let's keep that in. run 3D Mark. We'll wait for that to finish. And in the meantime, we'll install back all the other parts so we're ready to go once it's finished, assuming that everything goes well. Good. So while that's running in the background, this is why I wanted two workbenches, because while that's running, I can continue working on a separate one and do things in parallel. Optimization stuff, right? So let me see. So plastic white cables and antivirus, we did that already. This one, replace motherboard. Yeah, we did that as well. No secret requirements there. And this one, benchmark. Okay, so we just run 3D Mark, no secret stuff happening. Okay, good. So let's wait for that to finish. Now this one we'll have to do on the next episode, but that's like a combination of what we did, applying thermal paste and running 3D Mark, right? So that looks good. And then in addition, we have a new requirement, clean out dust, and it's an urgent thing, but it's not really that fancy, right? So I think we'll be doing more stuff in the next episodes, guys. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let's fiddle around, make sure we are good with our inventory. Lots of cables. Here later on, we'll be able to use this when building PCs from scratch. Oh, there we go. Now we have our score. That finished, so that's a good sign. The score itself isn't important. In this case, at least, what's important is it finished in the first place, because what the customer was having problems with was that the PC would shut down. And some people actually have that problem in real life. And many times that's because of a PSU that's not powerful enough. An electrical problem. The heart does not pump as much as it should, or as it could. There you go. Collect that one. $360. So that's done. You can discard that. Replace the motherboard. Cha-ching. Wow, $300 for replacing a motherboard. I like the sound of that. There we go. This is what I was mentioning to you guys. Bongle. Yeah. So now we have a star here. 1 star plus. So whenever we get a review, whenever we submit a job, there we go. Now we have a review. The RAM upgrade went well, and whatever my kids put on there is gone now. Great. I'm not sure. Maybe it didn't capture the white cables. Maybe we should have reinstalled the cables because we only got 4 stars. Well, we'll learn. We'll learn from that, and we'll do it better next time, okay? Good. So we have that. We have new parts. G-skill. Oh, we leveled up level 3, so we can actually now buy the other workbench. Our Uncle Tim. Our infamous Uncle Tim. Good. And new parts as well. So we'll continue with the other PC next time, guys. And we'll figure out things in the bongle side of things. This is 1.5. I'm not sure if I need it. Well, you let me know. And we'll work on this together next time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Action-packed episode. Things are heating up. Lots of new things happening. And we are really getting into the weeds of PC building bit by bit. So, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this official PC Building Simulator channel so that you get notified. Hit the bell icon and stuff, so you get notified for future episodes, okay? Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Clumsy signing off. Catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.